Yes, people, back again. Bottle Jobs TV, another video. Before we start, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. That is very important. And it's free, people. Doesn't cost you anything. Now, the rumor says that Rodrygo and Saliba might be involved in a swap deal. Who's reporting this? Because I haven't seen any credible source in the last 2 or 3 days to relate anything like it, which makes me think is just some phantom sites that are putting it out there just for clickbait. Now, the context is Arsenal does need a winger and Madrid does need a centre back. We all know Madrid are interested in Saliba. We can't hide from this. When you have a centre back like Saliba in your team and your name is Arsenal, it will be very hard to hold on of him, especially when Madrid's got that kind of defense with Rudiger aging, with Militao can't stay fit, and Nacho is probably leaving as well at the end of the season. Now, we saw Trent going to Real Madrid. The announcement has been made today, and it's funny how they do in business these days. I know they invest a lot of money in the new stadium, Real Madrid. They invest about €500 million, and it left them a bit short on the budget. And then now they are trying to holding talk with players that they need and that they want, and be like, yeah, cool, you got 1 year or 2 years left on your contract. Just run that down and come join us for a big fat sign-on fee. Now the thing is, if I'm comparing these players, Saliba is one of the best young centre back in Europe, and he's our defensive rock. Rodrygo is a versatile winger, Champions League pedigree, but sometimes a bit inconsistent. Now, if I'm Arsenal and I'm Andrea Berta as well, I'll be looking at Saliba. I'll be looking at Gabriel. I'll be looking at Saka. How am I going to give these players a new contract, and how I'm going to make them sign in it when we all know that trophies is the most important thing for these players? Because let's be honest, Saliba, he might say, yeah, I'm loving the club, I want to stay here, I want to win trophies here. But if he's looking at Arsenal this summer and he still sees that we're getting no striker, he still shows that we're getting no left winger, he still sees that the only signings we do is Zubimendi and Live Partey goes. Still no backup for him. Still no proper goalkeeper. He'll be thinking like, rah, I've got 2 years of this. Cool. I ain't gonna give my best for this club, because they not giving their best. They got no ambition, so how would I have any ambition? I'll just run down my 2 years left, and then I'm going to Madrid. Going to Madrid, bruv. What am I gonna do here? Now, Rodrygo is one of Real Madrid's best players, and the thing is, sometimes I think he goes a bit under the radar, because every time they need a change in a game or anything like it, they're just substituting Rodrygo, which that probably winds him up a little bit. He's like, well, I'm that good of playing football, and I'm seeing Vinicius staying on the pitch for 90 minutes. I'm seeing Mbappe staying on the pitch for 90 minutes, even though they're doing nothing. And the only changing that Ancelotti is trying to make is like hooking me off and, I don't know, bringing Arda Güler or Brahim Diaz instead. He's probably thinking of, I want to go somewhere and being a star for that club. And he can be a star for Arsenal. I'm looking at my left winger like Martinelli. Trossard might leave in the summer, and I hope he will. And if I'm getting a left winger like Rodrygo, he'll be one of our main stars along Saka. And if we go into address the striker position as well, because we can't carry on with relying ourselves on Kai Havertz and Mikel Merino, we need an out-and-out striker. Go and get Gyökeres. Even a Sesko, though. Like, I don't really rate Sesko, but at least if we are trying to get Gyökeres and he'll be like, no, mate, I'm not signing for you because Barcelona's coming for me. I'm going to Barca. Cool. We're trying to get Osimhen. He doesn't want to sign. Cool. What's the next option? Sesko. If he's the only one that we can get, then get him. Oli Watkins. That attack will look a lot better than what it is right now. And that might put Saliba as well into a bit of defense. Like, cool, this club is actually doing a lot of improvement into the attacking options because, let's be fair, we are struggling. Right now, we're struggling to score goals and we are struggling to defend as well, with Gabriel being out. But if I'm Saliba right now, I'll be like, yeah, I'll wait until the summer. I'll see what this club does for me in order to make me sign a new contract. And then that's my decision afterwards. But if they are not ambitious this summer, and by the way, the manager is a big question mark right now, because we see this manager every time the crunch time comes in, he struggles. He can't get this team over the line. He's leaving Odegaard for 90 minutes on the pitch, where when he should have, I don't know, hook him half time, 60 minutes in. Do some changes, Mikel. Like, I get the fact where he's bringing Nwaneri on for 5-6 minutes. But if this will happen a lot more often and he'll come in the 60th minute, in the 70th minute, when he's still got 25-30 minutes for the game to make some changes, to make an impact, I'll be like, well, actually he tried and they were better than us. Now, if I'm Rodrygo, why would I sign for Arsenal? Why? When he can probably go to Barca. I know it's might not gonna happen, but he can go to Manchester City as well. Because let's be honest, the left winger market is not very big right now. There's no lot of options. I would have signed Kvaratskhelia in the winter, but how did we never bid for him? Is incredible. Is unreal. But if Rodrygo comes along, then yeah, you got to. This club, Arsenal Football Club, got to bid for Rodrygo Goes. Because there's not many wingers like him out there. Left winger market is very, very poor. And you know what's going to happen? Most probably, he might end up at City and we're going to end up with Grealish or Doku. I ain't going to be surprised because I know how Arsenal moves. You know, when Manchester City went and got Haaland, we end up with Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko. I've seen this over the years, a lot with Arsenal, so am I going to be surprised by it? Probably not. Because I know my club inside out. Now, what's my thought about it? My thoughts on it are I would not swap Rodrygo for Saliba. Because when you have Saliba, you go to add Rodrygo into the team. You go to add Rodrygo onto it. You can't leave your best centre back going and then you bring in Rodrygo, because we done this before. We done this before when we had Ozil, we had Alexis Sanchez, and then we had Giroud up front, and the whole fan base was like, "Oh, but we need a striker because Giroud was not prolific enough." And then what happened? We let Alexis Sanchez go, and then we bought Aubameyang. So yeah, you address the problem, but now you got a bigger problem. So you got to add this player to Saliba, not leave Saliba goes and then add this player because you done nothing. Would I do it? No. Like I said, this swap deal is not for me. I would not leave Saliba goes 100%. Now you let me know your thoughts, people, because the opinions they always shared. You might have another option. You might have another opinion on this. You might think that Rodrygo is a bigger add to Arsenal, and we can leave Saliba goes, and then I don't know, bring another centre back in to replace Saliba, which is hard to believe, but you never know. People opinions are always divided. Are always divided by something. So let me know your thoughts, people. Before you leave the chat, again, hit the like up, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Help me grow my channel, and I'll see you later, people. I'm out.